Hello everyone and welcome. My name is Jeff and today we're going to have some fun playing Magic, and this is continuing the budget week for this week as we were trying to play decks that are very few wild cards. They're cheap in paper as well, all that kind of stuff. And so I put out a poll finally and was able to ask you guys what you thought budget was. It looks like most people are okay with 1 to 6 rares, but I then remembered that there's a lot of people jumping on with Mac right now that have not been able to build up the library. They haven't been able to build up a ton of wild cards, all that kind of stuff. And so I did want to put out a few 0 rare decks out here as well. So I'll put out a few of those, a few more that have some rares in them. I put out a couple that are going to be like semi-budget, like really not that budgety type of stuff, but trying to have this week be you know, at least a fun thing that we can be doing here. So that's what we're getting into. First off, this is what the deck is here. It's 0 rares green pump, and this is just a fun deck. It's something that's really fun. Season of Growth is an uncommon. Surf Aaron, the Hedgehammer is uncommon. We have a couple just like really fun cards that came into this. The Almighty Brushwag being able to give us trample onto a creature for just a 1-drop, which brings down the curve of this deck quite a bit, lets us be able to play lots of creatures and do some fun stuff. And so basically here's what the game plan is. We have all of our creatures over here, which is not that many, but we just have some good creatures where, you know, Barkite Troll has protection. We can just use a counter to give it, you know, give it hexproof. There is also Paradise Druid, which you can bring into this slot as well. It's also an uncommon. For me, it's one of those, like, I feel like I like Wildwood Tracker almost more because it's 1-drop. I wanted to try out the Almighty Brushwag, but being able to have the hexproof, be able to put it onto stuff. The issue is that we're not giving vigilance to Paradise Druid anytime, so it's one of those, like, we still get blown out on the attack anyway, but we get to do some really fun, cool stuff. So first off, the whole deck here is built around this card, Season of Growth. 2 mana, whenever a creature enters the battlefield under your control, you scry 1, which is sweet, really good value. And then whenever you cast a spell that targets a creature you control, draw a card. So here's the creatures that we control. Here's all the things that we're going to be targeting onto those creatures. And basically, we're just trying to get in for as much damage as possible. Gingerbrute to be able to have a kind of evasive creature in here. A good hasty 1-drop is sweet. Wildwood Tracker to be able to have a 1-mana 2/2. Like, as long as we have another creature, we do have humans here with Surf Aaron, so it's a little bit awkward. But as long as we control one of the other creatures as well, it becomes a 2/2. That's why it's only 2 of in here. Brushwag, because it has trample, being able to pump onto the stuff. We don't have a lot of things that give trample necessarily. We're just trying to get the pump onto things that aren't being blocked, kind of is the game plan. And so that's what we're trying to do, is all this stuff. Surf Aaron, whenever he attacks, or she, I actually haven't checked out. Anyway, I just say sir. And anyway, another target attacking creature gets +X until end of turn, where X is Surf Aaron's power. And so we can automatically have this be a pump too. As soon as if we put like a Titan Growth onto this, we're pumping 6 onto Gingerbrute and then swinging in for 3 mana and making it unblockable. You know, like, there's just some really cool stuff we can do. So Giant Growth plus 1 mana plus 3/3. Ranger's Guile gives them hexproof, which is sweet. We finally have ability to just kind of stop just the big blowouts, being able to just hold up 1 mana. We can also use this as another cheap pump spell that lets us draw more cards, get into other things. Growth Cycle is one of those cards that is like not amazing. It's 2 mana plus 3/3, so it's a really bad Giant Growth. But as soon as you have one of these into the graveyard, it's a really good Titanic Growth. You know, like, it's all of a sudden +5/+5. Or, you know, if we get multiple of these, it can get really, really big. And so Growth Cycle has some really good sides to it. Setessan Champion, being able to give something trampling and draw us more cards. I put 2 of right now. I'm not sure if that's the right number. We already have something with trample. We have something with evasiveness. Maybe giving more trample is more important. But I wanted to just kind of build this as the full-on budget version for green pump. This is definitely a deck where, in all of these budget decks, like, we're trying to build towards, if it goes unanswered, it's really, really busted. But the biggest issue you're going to have most of the time with these kinds of decks is that they're going to be more inconsistent. Like, we're not building much removal. We're not building a lot of different stuff. Like, you could bring in like Fight, like Primal. Fight is a good card here. I think I don't have it collected yet. Oh, Primal Might, there it is. Yeah, Primal Might. So X in green, target creature you control gets +X until end of turn, then fights up to 1 target creature you don't control. There's the Warbriars, whatever, fight, whatever. There's a bunch of different fight cards you can do. The issue is that we have a lot of small creatures, so if we don't have them pumped already, the fight cards are pretty dead. There are like some ways you can deal damage equal to the power, and that draws you more cards, is that kind of stuff. But I figured that let's just go for the complete aggro plan here. Let's just go for, you know, making this work, making it happen, get their damage down, their life total down to 0, and that's the game plan for this deck. And I think it's going to work out at least some of the time. Again, this is a budget though, and this is all about trying to create the decks that are powerful, are fun, they're good. It's easy to build if you're just wanting to do something new and fun, which this is something new and fun, and it will win games, but it's also one of those where, like, okay, and then you want to start building up to other things. You want to start adding in your pelt collector, you want to start adding in, you know, all those different cards if you're trying to build things up, or just use this to win enough games that you can start building more decks along the way. So that is what the game plan is here. Hope you guys enjoy the gameplay. Make sure you like and subscribe, and we're going to go ahead and get into it. Wish me luck. All right, we are going to keep this one. We don't have Season of Growth, which is kind of annoying, but we do have some pretty good one drops. We get to swing in for quite a bit turn 1, so keep this. I am going to lead with the Wildwood Tracker because it becomes a 2/2 with the Brute. Or this, it's just if you control another one, right? So they'll go ahead and swing in. We'll be sad. Yeah, no blocks. Down to 19. Surfarin is also interesting. They'll be able to pump next turn. I guess we just kind of go for the race here. Knight of the Even Legion is hard because of the Death Touch. Whatever one we block, they pump. That means they don't get in for the damage, which honestly helps us with the racing plan. I guess we'll take it. No blocks. All right, they're gonna play something. Yara. Yara. All right, go with Ginger Brute. Swing all in. All right, pump kill Ayara. This is a little bit annoying, but killing Ayara is a pretty decent trade-off. I mean, that's a lot of card advantage and value that they can get. Okay, Surfarin. I can kill at least one Knight of the Even Legion if they block with both. They probably block here and here. We pump one of them with a Ranger's Guile, the other one with a Giant Growth after they pump. So we can kill a Knight of the Even Legion, but then what? Like, what's the actual game plan after that? Maybe waiting and just going for Surfarin into Ginger Brute being evasive. We can also just pay for this, get in for 4. All right, so swing in here. I could swing with Barkhide Troll and pump it. Even after they pump, it dies. So then we can just take up an entire turn, basically. I'm trying to think of what else they could play. I guess we just attack in here. Let's just attack in. Bring me down to 13. Pass the turn. Having Ranger's Guile up is pretty nice. Pass to my turn. Okay, Forest. So +5 here. This will be big enough that they have to kill it. So yeah, we go Giant Growth onto Surfarin. This goes up to 4/5, right? Okay, Ranger's Guile. Now they can't pump. Ooh da lolly. All right, now we swing all in. Do I want to get Ginger Brute in evasively? I guess so, yeah. So we have to hold the stop here. Yeah, that's fine. Resolve. Give it unblockable. Okay, now next. There we go. Hey, Imarin Eldon, thanks so much for the sub. Bam, got up. Right, they could have stayed alive there, but and this is what I'm saying is that this deck, Ranger's Guile, is finally here. We've been waiting for that card for so long to be able to give a good, viable option for protection. And that's literally all it takes sometimes to just win the game, is just a really good protection spell. And so sweet, love it. Heroic's Intervention is another card that we could probably bring into this deck, but that's just mainly for board wipe protection. I think that as long as you get Season of Growth, that's already kind of board wipe protection in general. Right up against Sunny 80 and Ginger Brutes with a bunch of stuff. Ranger's Guile's nice. I mean, this is +3, +5. We can get it for quite a bit of damage, so I guess we just go for it. Fairy Miscreants, all right. Ooh, and there's Season of Growth, sweet. I'm gonna go ahead and let them trade. I think they actually will trade here. Okay, all right. That must mean they have another Fairy Miscreant in hand. Skycat Sovereign, all right, that's fair. Down to 19, we'll go attacking in. They'll let it through. And then we'll go Season of Growth. So the issue with the Flyers, and the Flyers is the other budget deck that is that we're going to be doing for 0 rares. It's so good. You can play Skycat Sovereign if you have the rares, but you can play it without it. It's fine. But it is so fast is the issue. That is so many growth cycles. I like it. All right, let's go with Ginger Brute number 2. Get the Scry. Land lets us play double growth cycle next turn. Onto whatever we don't hit this turn. Is that lethal? It actually might be lethal. So we're gonna keep it on. So we go to attacks, swing with both. We basically threaten to kill Empyrean Eagle with whatever they don't hit. Now we're just hoping for no removal. Draw the card, hit the land. Down to 11, pass the turn. So we get +5 and then +7. Yeah, that should just be lethal. If they have Rally of Wings here, it's annoying. Ooh. Is that lethal? Come on. Dang it. All right, well, we had lethal on the next turn, which I think they were on the play. And so, honestly, it just comes down to who's on the play sometimes, which is a little bit annoying. I guess we were a turn behind, whatever. That's fine. All right, no creatures. We do have Season of Growth, though, so that's like a close. Yeah, now we got a mulligan. Have to have a creature. Okay, keep this. Drop. I guess it's growth cycle. Surfarin's great, but only if we really like find other creatures, you know. So this will be fine, totally fine. And this is one of the issues with decks like these, is when you have like half of your deck being one side of the combo, the other half being the other side, is sometimes you just draw the wrong side. And now we're gonna get Agonizing Remorse. We can't put Citizen Training onto a creature they control, potentially. And there's Ginger Brute. We get to hold up Ranger's Guile, which is sweet. And they've already shocked themselves down to 16, past the turn. They did have rare. The Skycat Sovereign is a rare for the Flyers deck there. And so it was turn 4 kill with 1 rare, but you could do almost the same thing with a Watcher of the Spheres, which is uncommon. Pass to my turn. Barkhide Troll. I don't really want to get blown out. We probably just go Citizen Training. We can, let's see, we can do 5 points of damage here. I mean, just getting in for damage is nice. Dodging the board wipe is important as well. Huh. All right, it doesn't have haste. We'll go ahead and pay for this. Now do I want to pump or hold up Ranger's Guile? Or just play the Barkhide Troll to go a little bit more wide now that they have a blocker? I think we just let it through. We go for Barkhide Troll past the turn. I mean, if we get blown out, we get blown out. This is a really, like, Control tends to be one of the hardest matchups for this type of deck. Sometimes we can go underneath them and just win, but we'll see. No one likes Sir Conrad? What? Dude, Sir Conrad is like the best. I am such a big fan of Sir Conrad. Oh, and you do. Okay, okay. Thank you for clarifying there. Mortify, yeah, didn't have the protection. Boo hiss. All right, just get in here. Trying to keep their life total ticking down. That's like the main important thing here, is as long as their life total just keeps ticking down. We're really hoping they don't have Omen of the Sun, anything like that. Yeah, interesting plays here. I would love for us to just find the things we're supposed to find. All right. I guess we Ranger's Guile now. They can respond with any kind of removal spell as well, but like this makes them do it. What in the world? Oh, I forgot that's a thing. Holy crap, that's good. I forgot about that card. That is so good. All right, Wildwood Tracker, Ginger Brute, attack in. Again, just keeping the life total going down. Wildwood Tracker is pretty nice here for us. Down to 18 past the turn. Sorry, 8. Yeah, this is... where did it go? There it is. Unsubstantiate. It's a return target spell or creature to its owner's hand. It's way too good of a card. I kind of forgot all about it. Yeah, it's uncommon too, so... The perfect tempo card in the world. Being able to bounce stuff and spells. Ridiculous. Honestly, if anything would shut down the... come on, hit growth cycles. If anything would shut down... What's it called? The... Man, I can't even think of the card right now. Wilderness Reclamation deck. There we go. It's probably that card. Because it's a really cheap, just make you lose all of the value of your mana. It's pretty powerful. All right, so haste in. We have lethal in hand now. Let's see if they have another Substantiate. All right, so Wildwood Tracker gets the pump. Go to blocks first. I just want to see if they have anything else. Okay, they do block there. They know about the Titanic Row, so go ahead and play it. If they have Unsubstantiate, we're in a lot of trouble. For the love. All right, we get to kill the shark though. We get to replay Ginger Brute, pass the turn, hope and pray. Let's see. So we are 1 damage short for next turn. Never mind, we have lethal. So all attack. All attack. Ginger Brute. They don't seem to have anything. Yes. Bam, bam. Gotcha. Taking down control. Always the best feeling in the world. Yep, I feel good. All right, up against Orcish Metal. We got to mulligan this again. We have to have creatures. Yep, Almighty Brushwag. Here he goes. Keep 6. So I'm never sure if Growth Cycle is better. I mean, Titanic Growth is better unless you have multiple Growth Cycles. Then you keep them, I think, over the Titanic Growth. But there we go. We got the Season of Growth, got Almighty Brushwag. Life is grand. No removal, please. No shocks. Dude, seriously, I have not yet played this card, and I'm so excited I get to. Hello. Down to 19. Got him. You've been poked, brother. Oh man. Okay, Lava Brink Adventurer on odd. All right, that's awkward. It does have trample, so we can go over the top of this, but we're just going to Season of Growth. We're going to probably Ranger's Guile at the end step just to draw cards. Pass the turn. Card advantage is our main hope here. Like, if our Almighty Brushwag keeps them from attacking for a while, I'm all good. They light up the stage. That's cool. That's cool. Another one of these guys. That's not good. Oh, this is Stormwild Caprador. Okay, so board wipe potential coming in. So choosing odd is also good for just Deafening Clarion. All right, I think we need more creatures and lands and stuff like that. So I'm just going to go ahead and fire this off. Try to draw some cards. Yeah, man, Deafening Clarion's got to be coming soon, right? So swing in now, get in for... So protection, I think still you do 3 damage there, and then you get in for the extra. I can set test and training and draw a bunch of cards here. Let's just do that. We're going to go for card draw, try to find as much value as we can. That is a bunch of lands. Holy crap, that's a lot of lands. We only have 20 lands in the deck. Hold on to Titanic Growth for protection from board wipe. They're gonna want to play the Stormwild Caprador, because I mean that is like what the deck is trying to do, right? So we can block, draw 2, keep it alive, and then hope for... Oh, it's protection. I can't even block. Right. Down to 11. Caprador. It's only non-combat damage. All right, so pass to my turn. Oh my goodness, that is so many lands. Maybe I should go for the Scribe before I swing in here. I don't know. See the blocks. All right, so Titanic Growth. I'm also wanting to just hit in for as much damage as possible. Okay, we do have Ginger Brute, so that means that we have something to pump with later. So Titanic Growth. I think we go for a giant growth here too. All right, there we go. 13 damage down to 6. We have Ginger Brute and not that many other spells. So discard 2 lands, pass the turn. I mean, so this is what this deck is trying to do. We want to go off with it. If they go for Deafening Clarion, they get to gain life. That's the issue here. They have it. We're not quite dead. We go to 1, unless they can shock. Yeah, all right, well, there you go. Alrighty then. So yeah, maybe if we had been attacking a little bit more aggressively, they may not have blocked at times. I mean, they definitely would have blocked. Maybe we just should have been going for more card draw earlier on. But I do think that they avoided going for the Deafening Clarion earlier, which would have been a bigger blowout. So it was all just depending on whether or not they had this stuff in hand. It's a good game. All right, Barkhide Troll, Season of Growth, we're gonna keep. We have all the value that we wish to have. So I think that we go for a Season of Growth first, especially if we are running into potential counters. And then Barkhide Troll, get the Scry and the Pump, hopefully be able to hold up protection for it as well. Oh, no land. Give me land. Frantic Inventory, okay. More Growth Cycles actually isn't that bad. Like, we could go for massive play. I think that we're hoping for land though. So Frantic Inventory is like the blue version of Growth Cycle. It draws more cards equal to the number of Frantic Inventories in your graveyard. It's pretty cool. I see a lot of people playing it. I'm not sure if it's better than just playing Ops in that same slot. Well, we want to draw a card here. I guess we could have gone for Season of Growth and just held up Ranger's Guile. Okay, Omen of the Sun. If they just jump block, we don't have any trample, so that's fine. Got nothing there. Oh, what in the crap? Okay, cancel. Thank you. Season of Growth. So glad I get to cancel there, because Jeff's an imbecile sometimes. Whew. All right, now we need something evasive. Omen of the Sun is really bad for us, especially if they're running the Yorion and stuff. Pass to my turn. More lands. Well, swing in. We'll probably draw cards on the end step just to draw cards. Right now, we're not in any... Like, we want to be able to play fast. Alright, they create an Angel. It doesn't actually block anymore, but the damage is not there anymore, so... Dr. Spillikin with the rate of 19. What's up, Dr. Spillikin? How the heaven are you, my brother? Yeah, pass the turn. We'll just try to draw cards, maybe on the end step. We need to start drawing something, trying to find the good stuff here. Welcome everyone from Dr. Spillikin's party here. All right, swings in for 4. Down to 16. How is your stream, by the way? Maybe I should have just drawn cards there. All right, swing in. If they have another Omen of the Sun, we're in so much trouble. All right, Growth Cycle. Draw some cards. We have double Growth Cycle if it still goes unblocked. I mean, they've already passed the block phase, right? So, unless they can go for like Bounce Spell or something, which then we have Ranger's Guile. Going for more creatures could be nice too. All right, so we actually let that resolve first. And now there's another one in the graveyard. Now we pump 5, draw 2 more. They have another. Okay, Frantic Inventory, that's fine. There is like Miscast, which is a card that could be annoying. We'll hold up the protection. Shooting for 8, pass the turn. There we go. Once we start actually drawing cards against control, we tend to have a little bit better chance. So I know what they're doing now. I think they're just going for the... no card draw? Oh no, that's bad. Angelic Ascension. Because Angelic Ascension is actually a pretty decent like aggro card, or it could be for the combo.
And prepare.
You went undefeated in your little rank climb. Dude, that's sweet. I've not been playing ranked because the season's about to be over. It just isn't sounding as fun to me right now. All right, we can't draw cards. We can draw one more on our turn right now. Going wide is another good plan into board wipe. We know that they have a counter spell. So Barkhide Troll, try to get rid of the counter spell. We can also just swing at face, just like not even care about Narset. We have enough cards in hand. Maybe it's enough. To the bottom. What are we looking for? To the bottom. I think it's just trampoly stuff. Just go another Barkite Troll. Board wipe's going to be really annoying. But if we go wide, we have a shot. Ginger Brute's not bad. We'll keep Ginger Brute. Yeah, pass the turn. If I got past gold for the first time, that's awesome. All right, see you, Doctor. Yeah, I tend to get to platinum every time, and then like it's just not worth the grind to go much further usually for me. That's what I found, is that it's usually a little bit to go any further. All right, swings in. All right, this is probably board wipe then. Takes down.
An open mind.
Essence Scatter. All right, they do have the Shatter. I can range his Guile to try to get the extra card draw, but we can't draw cards anyway. I guess we can draw one card right now with Narset. All right, board wipe. Rude. All right, so what we're gonna do is gonna go Surf Aaron. They go for the counter spell. They actually have 2 counter spells here potentially. Or no, only 3 mana. You got numbered in Mythic one time. I've gotten into 600 and above, I think, with Mythic. Like, I think that was the only time I actually was trying to do it. All right, so enter, we get the Scry, another Season of Growth. I mean, that's where the value is against this deck, is in Season of Growth. But we also don't have any more creatures. We have some protection for this guy. I guess we keep it. Like, if anything lets us go late game, it's drawing 3 cards every time we want to try.
My mind needs a rest.
All right, pass the turn. We can finally start drawing cards. Please no more board wipes. I mean, if they want a board wipe just for the Ginger Brute, I'm kind of fine with that. We'll go ahead and draw a card and then move on. Plays out Shrek Typhoon. That's fine. I'm actually okay with that. Okay, pass to my turn. Do I want to play anything here? Yeah, pass to my turn. Now do we go in for just damage? Instead of playing Season of Growth here. So, so test and training onto Ginger Brew. Surf Aaron. All right, so yeah, I think we just try to go for the damage, go for the kills. All right, so attack in. Titanic Growth. I want Devil Ranger's Guile in case they have like remove this and then the counter spell. If it's just board wipe though, we're in a lot of trouble. Getting him down to half. We'll skip that. Down to 8, pass the turn. Yeah, we'll keep 1 creature in hand in case of the board wipe. People Selesnya counters. Selesnya counters is fun. Fable Passage. Coolio. They're probably just going to fire off the counterspell on anything too, because of being able to create sharks out of it. And they actually are pretty close to lethal as well. Yeah, they can't target anything, just creating a 5/5. Okay, my turn. Another Ginger Brute, sweet. Okay, watch this. We're gonna go Sir Farron and have it get countered, and then into Ginger Brute. Keep it on top. Okay, pay here. All right, next, attack it with Ginger Brute. We're gonna Ranger's Guile once. The draw triggers happen no matter what. What we're trying to do is find more cards like Titanic Growth or Rose Cycle would be sweet to run into at some point. We know one's at the bottom. All right, so pump again. All right, they're gonna have to counter this or else take a ton and a half. And we have Ginger Brute for the next turn. All right, so Sinister Sabotage, you have to counter there. That's fine. That's what we were planning on. They have 8 points of damage to swing back with. If they don't board wipe, we get the Ginger Brute. They're down to 5. Okay, yeah, we'll hold up the Ranger's Guile and pass the turn. Elspeth Conquer's Death does make everything harder to cast. I probably should have just pumped again there to draw more cards. Okay, pass the turn. Dude, so many lands. All right, that feels like a board wipe. I mean, at the same time, that's also what they need to be doing. What's up, That's Nice Man? How you doing? What's up, Kamiras? Okay, we're going for the time wipe. Yep. Lose their whole board. We're gonna have issues with pumping. Okay, land. Again, what do we want to counter? They get to bring back what? Narset? That's not that big of a deal. How can I win this turn? I have to go Ginger Brute, Ranger's Guile. I still won't have enough mana for anything else, so I guess we go Sir Farron first. Okay, get some scries. Yeah, we need creatures, so keep creatures. We really need things like Ginger Brute, though. Okay, go Ginger Brute. Essence Scatter creates a 2/2. Yeah, yeah, yeah. All right, let's go for a card draw before Narset hits. It costs more, but that's fine. I could try to go wide, hope for a range. All right, pass the turn. The biggest issue here is that they are not that far away from just killing us too. All right, so Narset comes down. We're kind of stuck with what we have in hand now. We can draw one more card on their turn, and then another on our turn.
Just the trick for this.
Omen of the Sun. We do have trample onto this though. That means that we can do some stuff here. Yeah, Omen of the Sun means they get a 3/3 and 2/1/1s to basically we have to hit our growth cycles to have a shot here, which means all right, Ranger's Guile into Sir Farron now. We get to draw one card. They can bounce the Sanctum Training.
Longer. Stand by and watch.
Yeah, bounces Sanctum Training. Drawing Gingerbrute there was pretty nice. So dead on board. Come on. All right. Actually, I think we get there. They gain 3 life. If this resolves, we have a shot. That's basically what it comes down to. If not, we're dead. If it resolves, we still get to pump him enough to win here. I'm sure it doesn't matter anymore, actually, what's on top. So we get to go. Oh, do we have enough pump, actually? Oh, I was thinking that we had one more pump spell in hand. All right, well, it's a test and training onto Gingerbrute. Yep, can't draw the cards. Oh man, Narset killing us. So we get in for, we bring him down to 1 here. Ah, it's the worst. Yeah, pump on a Gingerbrute. They can block Sir Farron. If they have an answer here, we can't Ranger's Guile. We bring him down to 1. Actually, they had the life gain anyway, so if we were able to draw that Titanic Growth, we had a shot. So they had an interesting play there where they went for the Elspeth Conqueror's Death, even though it wasn't going to hit anything, which was a really smart play for them. And that's fine. Yep, good game. That's all that she wrote. We'll play all of our creatures. I guess that's just rude, right? All right, we're done. Oh, man. Right up against Asio. Bring it on. We have creature, we have seasonal growth, we keep. I like it. We do have also protection. I think typically it's better to go seasonal growth into Sir Farron with protection. Hopefully we hit the lands to do that. You only have a creature with this would be nice as well. Like if we can go Gingerbrute, Titanic Growth, make it Gingerbrute unblockable, get in for 1.5 million. That's like the best possible thing to happen. Almighty Brushwag. It could also just play that. All right, we're in Season of Growth. Pass the turn. Yeah, the static abilities. There was just a lot of really good planeswalkers that came out of War of the Spark, for sure. For sure. And 10 years ago. Sorry. We'll keep the land on top. Do I think that they have removal? I think you always play as though they do. Pass the turn. It's really nice to be able to get out a creature that can attack with this right away. Ooh, Sanctums. Oh no. Oh, that's bad. I don't think we're going to be able to be quick enough. All right, pass to my turn. Ranger's Guile is somewhat nice here. So we'll go Seasonal Growth. We'll go Almighty Brushwag. We'll scry a couple times. I think now we try to race a little bit. Land to the bottom. Land to the bottom. Swing in with Sir Farron. They want to keep all their colors, so I don't think they block here. If they do block, we Ranger's Guile. Draw 2 cards, that's fine. That's right, they already have the extra mana. Still though, they shouldn't be able to play too many more things. The red Sanctum is what we're worried about. Everything else is not that big of a deal. All right, Forest Ginger Brooty. No more creatures. I think now we just want lots of pump. Protection stuff isn't bad either. All right, yeah, just to the bottom. So we have to pump before we go to combat. So Surf Aaron, get large. All right, so pay here. All attack. I think we put it onto the Brushwag. Yeah. Ooh, all right. Fast turn. Sanctum. Yep. As long as it's not the red Sanctum, we're fine. Like, that really is the biggest issue. If they found the red Sanctum, it's actually really powerful removal with Sanctums. But nope, we win it. I'm happy. Life is grand. So overall, I really like this deck. I think it's powerful. We went 3-3, and we ran up against some other budgety type of decks, other ones. That's one of my favorite things about playing in non-ranked and just in free play, is that you run up against so many different types of decks. I do think this is powerful enough that you can win games in ranked as well. Typically though, once you're in ranked, they're going to have a little bit more early game interaction. They're going to have a little bit more stuff. And so it is sometimes hard to be consistent with it, but the deck is sweet. I mean, you saw it. We had some really explosive plays, and that's just so fun to me. And I think that the numbers here are pretty nice. Ranger's Guile makes this deck actually like a legitimate threat now, where before it was good, but we didn't have that extra little bit of protection. Being able to just protect against the board, the blowout removal spell, so good, so powerful. And so yeah, overall really like it. It's really fun. I hope you guys pick it up, especially anyone that's playing like with Mac or whatever. If you don't have the rares or whatever, you're starting to get into this is just really fun to be playing, so definitely check it out.